Alright, what's up you guys? I am here with the Extreme Rules 2019 pay-per-view review. This was held in Philadelphia at the Wells Fargo Center. And in total, we had 12 matches. So, I basically have my letter grade already, but we'll save that for the end, obviously. So, we had two pre-show matches. We had Shinsuke Nakamura defeating Finn Balor for the Intercontinental title. This was a last-minute addition to the card. And, there's some backstage rumors on why Finn Balor lost. I'm hearing that Paul Heyman wants him to join the club, so they took the title off of him. I'm hoping this goes to SummerSlam, so we can maybe have, Demon Balor versus Nakamura or something cool like that. But, a surprising finish, but, I think you can make this work if you're planning on continuing this program. And then we have Drew Gulak defeating Tony Nese for the Cruiserweight Championship. This only went 7 minutes and 25 seconds. And the Intercontinental title match went 7 minutes and 40 seconds. So two very short pre-show matches here. And then opening the card, we had The Undertaker and Roman Reigns defeating Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre. No holds barred tag team match. This went 17 minutes. And this one, right off the bat, a lot of people were confused that they were having, being tagged in and tagged out. And then the legal man can be the only one that gains the pinfall finish or the submission. So, one thing I noticed right off the bat, though, was Undertaker, he looked good. And I feel like he had a chip on his shoulder here. He wanted to redeem himself for Super Showdown. And, I thought he looked good. You got a lot of, you got the big boot, you got the snake eyes, the leg drop. You got a lot of the Undertaker's kind of move set here. And very nostalgic, Taker looked good in this match, which is, it's a relief. He didn't do too much, but I'm kind of glad because he did look good in this match. And overall, this was kind of your average tag team match, kind of meeting quota, to put it lightly. But, it was still entertaining. It did its job. And it was a good addition to the card. So, one big problem that a lot of people had with this pay-per-view was not many extreme matches. So, we only have 4 technically because the triple threat tag match was no disqualifications. So, 4 out of 12, this isn't 2009, 2010, the early Extreme Rules pay-per-views where we get these, high stipulation matches. We just get kind of, like I said, only 4. So, next we saw the Revival defeating the Usos in a decent Raw Tag Team Championship match. I feel like it was kind of slow and really just kind of did its job. It kind of was just there. But good showing by both teams. And then we had Aleister Black defeating Cesaro in a really good singles match. This went 9 minutes and 45 seconds. Really, really enjoyed this match. Very hard-hitting. Almost felt like an NXT-style match. You had a lot of, powerful, super kicks. You had the uppercuts. You had a kind of a strong, hard-hitting match. So, very entertaining there. And then we had Bayley defeating Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss for the SmackDown Women's Championship in the handicap match. And Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross, this is a program that hopefully goes for a while. I like how they're building this. It almost resembles Mickie James and Trish Stratus from, 2005 and 2006. And then we had a really, really good, I was surprised by this, a outstanding last man standing match. It went 17 minutes and 30 seconds between Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley. This went into the crowd, the concession. This went, to kind of the inner crowd area where a lot of the electrical equipment is. You had the kind of international announce tables getting involved a bit. And Braun Strowman picks up the win here by doing his power slam probably a good, 10 feet in the air. And he emerges out. You didn't know who was going to emerge out. And of course, Braun Strowman comes out and, he's able to make the 10 count and gets the win. Next up, we have a very entertaining triple threat tag team match for the SmackDown tag team titles. The New Day actually defeated and won. They defeated Daniel Bryan and Rowan and Heavy Machinery. So they defeated the tag team champions, Daniel Bryan and Rowan. So yeah, this was a very entertaining match. Very fast-paced. Daniel Bryan's always great. And then you had more of the gimmicky style of the Heavy Machinery. And, once the New Day won, it kind of spoiled the WWE title match for me personally. Not that I, gave it away, but I'm like, alright, Kofi's probably winning here. But yeah, very entertaining match there. Then we had AJ Styles versus Ricochet for the WWE United States Championship. And the club got involved, very early on before the match even started. And this is really building towards something for SummerSlam, I believe. Hopefully we get a really good singles match with AJ Styles and Ricochet for the U.S. title. But they had a good singles match here. I think they really kind of showed everything in their arsenal. But you can tell there was some holding back, which makes me think, yeah, we're probably going to get something at SummerSlam. Possibly involve Finn Balor in some way, maybe have him join the club. I don't know. This is kind of just fantasy booking at this point, which I don't like to do. So, I think this match was very, very well played out, good pacing, and we had AJ Styles defeating Ricochet. So we have a new United States champion. They did the little foot under the rope thing again, kind of teasing at that. But I'm really hoping we get more of this because it felt like this was just kind of an appetizer at a much bigger and better match that they could have. They did go 16 minutes and 30 seconds, so that is good. It actually went longer than I thought, so I give him credit there. And then we have Kevin Owens defeating Dolph Ziggler in 17 seconds. He gets the stunner, gets the pin. And then he cuts a similar style promo to what he did on SmackDown. So, yeah, who knows what we're going to see. I'm guessing maybe Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon again at SummerSlam. Not that I really want to see that, or maybe we could get something bigger. So, we'll see. This is very interesting. I love this style Kevin Owens. I don't know if they're trying to replicate some kind of pipe bomb, but I really think stray away from that. Let him be himself here because he really, really shines here. And, I give him hardcore credit for letting him get on the mic. And hopefully there's some creativity there that's being used on Kevin Owens' part. Next up, we had a very short WWE title match. It only went 9 minutes and 45 seconds. But, Kofi, everyone kind of knows now that he's had some back problems over the past I think, about a week or so. So, obviously he was working a bit injured here. It's nothing severe, obviously. He's not going to need surgery, hopefully. But, Kofi Kingston defeats Samoa Joe, Trouble in Paradise for the end. Only a little over 9 minutes. But, I actually expected less than this. So I give Kofi credit for working with this back problem. It's your generic WWE title match, but it's not something I can really fault and hold against the show because basically, I feel like Kofi did more than probably what he should have, working injured. So I give him credit here. Mediocre match, but it is what it is. And then next up, we have Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch defeating Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans. We got the kendo sticks, we got the tables, we got the chairs. This was kind of the most extreme match of the night. And as you know, this was a last chance winner-takes-all tag team Extreme Rules match for the Universal and Raw Women's Championships. So, mixed tag team rules, they're tagging in and out still. This wasn't tornado tag. And like I said, this was the most extreme. It's kind of obvious who was going to come out of this one. You have your big babyface team, Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins. They get the win here. And throughout the night, Paul Heyman has been teasing that Brock Lesnar is going to cash in Money in the Bank. And I honestly didn't think he was going to. I figured, if anything, he was going to cash in on Kofi because Kofi's injured. But after the match, Seth Rollins barely gets to celebrate. Brock Lesnar's music hits. Paul Heyman, a ref, and Brock Lesnar come out with the briefcase. Brock Lesnar cashes in, does a couple of suplexes, gets an F5 for the win, and new Universal Champion, Brock Lesnar. Not really how I expected this to end. I figured maybe SummerSlam, maybe beyond that, but yeah. So, sort of a surprising finish. I think it would have been cooler if Paul Heyman didn't tease it and he just comes out, cashes in, and wins. But an overall letter grade for this show. I feel like it's one of the better pay-per-views for WWE this year, which I know isn't saying much. But I'm going to give this show a solid B. We had a lot of good action. Wasn't a fan of the Kevin Owens squash match. I feel like the opener was just kind of your average tag team match. Not really that extreme. And for an Extreme Rules pay-per-view, what do you expect at this point? But, it is what it is. So, yeah, a solid B, though. That's higher than I thought I was going to give this. So I'm actually, I'm satisfied. I'm sure people are going to be livid at the ending with Brock Lesnar cashing in. I'm just kind of mixed on it. It's what I expect at this point. I mean, him winning the Money in the Bank briefcase, he's not going to lose the thing. I don't think he's going to be champion for a year again, but, as long as we don't have some part-time champion for a year, I'm not pissed. It's just like I expect this. And it's interesting, and we'll see where it goes. But I'm sure people are going to be absolutely pissed off at this. So, yeah, I'm interested in seeing a lot of the backlash. But, I'm not pissed. I'm not, ecstatic that it happened. It's just kind of, it's the next move. And it's about what's expected at this point from the modern WWE that we have. So, yeah, I'm not going to sit here and talk shit about the ending. It is what it is. We'll see what happens. I'm not going to judge until we see where it goes. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I gave this pay-per-view a solid B. Let me know your grades and, star ratings and everything down below. For now, I hope you guys enjoyed. This has been the DVD Freak. Peace out.